I've been struggling lately a little bit. Like, I know there's a lot of teachers struggling this year. I hear it everywhere that this has been a really difficult year with behaviors. It's October, and teachers everywhere are feeling the crunch of the end of quarter one. There are lots of meetings in October. Many teachers have conferences, and we really need to intentionally take time for ourselves so that we have the energy to do all of these extra duties that are expected of us. Fall for teachers is actually one of the most difficult times in the classroom because you are just really pushing students to the next level, sealing your expectations in the classroom so that you can move forward into the holiday season. If we don't grab hold of these moments right now, before it gets crazy for Thanksgiving and Christmas, then we're really going to lose our students. So these are critical months, and they are very exhausting months for most teachers. Some people call it Shocktober because of all of the things that are piled on top of us. You have to think, what is it that I really love to do in my free time that's going to fill me up, give me energy to come back and do the things that I need to do during the week? For me, I love to garden. Being out in nature with the sun on my face and the wind in my hair, I'm smelling the trees and the flowers, watering my garden, checking to see what has emerged. These are all things that I love to do. So this year, I've decided to continue and plant cool season crops. That's something I've never done before. So I'm looking forward to seeing how I can do this first year, and then we'll take notes and see if I need to adjust anything. I'm just out in my garden today, watering some new seedlings that I recently planted so that they will hopefully sprout and give me some yummy things to eat before Christmas time. So I am going to make a skillet casserole with some random ingredients that I have. And I don't really have like a set recipe. I'm just going to kind of do things the way that I think will work, and hopefully it's going to turn out. But if it's good, I will make sure to add it. I'm creating a website, and I'm working on Squarespace. So when I get the website up and running, I'm hoping to have like a set of simple recipes that teachers can pull from when they're busy and they just need inspiration. So if this turns out good, I'll put it on there. Anyway, so first things first, I'm going to chop up some kale that I have in the refrigerator and get it kind of like marinating because it needs to soften up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and remove the stems, and then I'll wash it. Done for us. It's pretty rough chopped, so we're going to go ahead and look for all of the bigger pieces and take them out. See, like this does not need to be in there. Cooking is another thing that relaxes me. After a busy week, I like to just be creative in the kitchen. It helps my mind relax. I'm doing something with my hands. I'm making something. I'm just sort of like letting my logical brain shut off and my creative brain kick into gear. And I just feel so much better after I have spent some time bringing myself down in the kitchen. This will work. I can wander around. I can try new recipes. I can make up my own recipe. I just really enjoy it when I have time. I don't like cooking when I'm in a hurry, but on the weekend when I'm rested, it's something that I really enjoy as a form of self-care. And of course, who doesn't like a cozy fall meal? Today, I'm going to add some fall-inspired spices and bring some warmth to the dish so that it's like comfort food. And I'm really looking forward to it. All right. Let's rinse this. And then we'll massage. Done. We're gonna add a little bit of coconut oil. Going to massage. I'm gonna chop up some onion. Use shallots, that's what I found. And it will work just fine. All right, adding this to the pan.
I went back to that one that I told you about, that house with all the gravel roads and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I went back there today. It wasn't as bad, but my goodness.
Why was it not as bad?
Well, because I knew where I was going, I guess.
Okay, so this is my dad's garden sage. See the S for sage. It's garden sage that I'm gonna crush up and add in there as soon as the onion and garlic are softer. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning, some extra basil, maybe some extra rosemary from the garden. we just wait for the noodles. Here's the finished dish, so let's see how it tastes. All right, here is the taste test. Gotta get a good bite. It's very, very hot. I think it's good. I like it. That is good. I definitely think I will put this in my recipes. What do you think, Joe? What's the verdict? Like me to make it again?
Yep.
Leaves are falling one by one, yet in your eyes the day's not done. With every year your beauty grows, like autumn's hues where love still flows. Time may pass but love won't fade, in every breath you're still my shade. Like falling leaves that dance in flight, you shine much brighter with the night. Are falling one by one, yet in your eyes the day's not done. With every year your beauty grows, like autumn's hues where love still flows.
See, this is my milkweed. These are trees. This is so pretty, I'm gonna leave it, but it's some kind of weed. This is just an ivy. This is my dead cucumber, so it's dead.
Time may pass, but love won't fade. In every breath, you're still my shade. Like falling leaves, dancing fight. Shine much brighter with the night. Winds may change the seasons, but you're my love, my timeless friend. Every wrinkle grace takes form. Winter's chill, you keep me warm. Time may pass, the love won't fade. In every breath, you're still my shade. Like falling leaves that dance in flight. You shine much brighter with the night.
So it's now Sunday, and I have not been feeling very well today. I'm not sick. I'm having like fibromyalgia symptoms, just the extreme fatigue. I'm not having, well, I'm having a little bit of the nerve pain like in my arms and my hands and my like calves. But overall, like the rest of me is not like it's kind of like mild compared to how it was. I had to take a day off last week because my symptoms were so strong. There's just a lot going on right now. Like, this has been a little bit of a difficult year, to say the least. And it's not just my classroom. It's just, every once in a while you have a group that's just kind of challenging, or maybe the way that the classes were set didn't work out the way that it was hoped. I think that's a lot of it, but I also think like these students just have been more challenging as a whole, and then the groupings that we have set up for them are not working in anyone's best interest right now. So I'm not the only one that is experiencing a high level of stress. Like, my entire team is feeling it. I have an amazing team. Really, really have gotten lucky the past several years with the people that I have been able to work with. They are so supportive of each other, and it's nice to be able to lean on each other and, cheer each other up when things are difficult, and come up with solutions, that kind of thing. Also, I have really good administrators. I have no complaints about like decisions that they're making. It's just kind of the way things fell this year, and it unfortunately like affects me like much more physically because my nerve issues. So yeah, I took the day yesterday. I physically rested. I did creative rest, where usually that rejuvenates me like mentally when I'm able to just like do something fun that has nothing to do with school. So I created a new wallpaper for my MacBook, and then also I worked on a blog that I'm trying to put together. I'm getting my website, like I said, up and running through Squarespace, and hopefully it will be ready. Like, I'm hoping maybe around Thanksgiving, I might be able to like go live with it, or sometime around the holidays, I'm planning to go live with it. But that usually is something that kind of, once I spend some time away from my work and do something that I just enjoy, that usually takes care of it. But today I woke up very, very tired. And last night I could not sleep very well. I could not get myself calmed down. So that tells me that my cortisol levels are just up really high right now. So I don't know. Thankfully, tomorrow's a teacher work day for planning and grading and getting everything in for the 9 weeks. So that will give me like a little bit more of a slow day tomorrow. I do have some planning that I need to do with my LA team. Also, I think there's some kind of a staff meeting. There's a staff meeting tomorrow. I have to look and see what time that's actually going to be. But it should be a pretty easy day tomorrow, like stress-wise. So hopefully then by the time I get to Tuesday, I'll be ready. But I did not make it to church today. I did put my outfit on, and then I had a wardrobe malfunction issue. This is a new dress, and it's spandex, and it's very comfortable. It fits well, but because it's a stretchy fabric, right here, it just kept popping open, and there's like a little snap there. But with the spandex being like the way that the level of spandex that's in it, and it being stretchy like it is, every time I would sit down, like the front of my dress would come open. So I was moving very slowly, like getting ready for church, and I got ready at the last minute and then got in the car to do like my hair because I had left some things in there that I was using to get ready the other day. And that's when I realized that I had this issue because when I sat down in the car, I could not keep that snapped. So of course I'm not going to go to church that way. So we went to the Dollar General, which is right by the church, to try to get some safety pins. And Joe looked and I looked all over the entire store and they were completely out. So then by the time we got done deciding that they were actually out, it was already like a half an hour late for church. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. So we went to the pharmacy, picked up the safety pins, so I'll have them for later for this week if I want to wear the dress again or whatever. And just so that I don't have this problem with anything else. But we just decided to just slow down and just take it as a hint that we just needed to stay home and listen to the sermon online, which I prefer to be there in person. I think it's important to show up in person, to like be there for other people. But this weekend has just been one of those weekends where I have just really needed to get my rest. So yeah, it's been challenging. I've been struggling lately a little bit. Like, I know there's a lot of teachers struggling this year. I hear it everywhere that this has been a really difficult year with behaviors. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just like the world is kind of like misbehaving right now. Like, if you look at the way adults talk to each other, treat each other, it has been kind of crazy lately. And of course, kids like take their energy from what's going on in the world. Like, they're on social media, they see how everything is going down, they're like constantly surrounded by it. And I think like when we were kids, a lot of those things we were sheltered from because parents would not have those conversations around us, and we were not seeing everything in the media the way that the kids do today. So I feel like maybe some of the behaviors that we're seeing this year have a lot to do with just the state that the world is in and how people are interacting with each other as a whole. So yeah, it has been making me wonder, like, am I really going to make it 4 more years or 8 more years? I originally thought 8 more years. I'm just wondering, like, if I need to find a different option, like I need to find an at-home option to still be in education, because I don't want to leave education, love education, somehow still be involved with students because I love students. But yeah, like, I'm not sure which direction I'm going, because it's getting harder and harder for me with the physical limitations that I have. I cannot meet all the expectations that are being placed on me. Like, one of the big ones that's really difficult is the expectation that I would circulate through my classroom frequently. It's just next to impossible for me to maintain that type of circulation through the classroom, like walking around. I cannot be on my feet like that every day. It's very hard for me. And the more stress that there is and the more behaviors there are, the harder it is for me. So it's sort of like a catch-22, because, one of the biggest things that people will say is proximity. It, helps with behavior problems, which I, admit it's, one thing that you can do that is effective. But when that causes you to have, like a physical problem because you are fighting a, medical disability, then, it's frustrating. My mind is like peak. I have so much knowledge. I am totally fine mentally as far as knowing my content, knowing, how to reach students, knowing how to communicate well, knowing how to help kids, like there's so much that mentally I want to do for kids, but physically my body is just saying no all the time to me. And it's just a daily struggle. And I'm even trying to take really good care of myself, trying to get my rest, trying to do all my self-care. Like, something's got to give. Something has to give. And I'm not really sure where it's coming from right now, because I want to finish the year with my students, regardless of what my life needs to look like next year. I just really want to finish this year, do what I signed up to do. But I need something to give so that I'm not so exhausted and in pain all the time. Like I said, I'm doing my best. I'm eating healthy. Like, I just sat down and had a persimmon, which is really high in vitamin A and vitamin C. And like, I try to constantly fuel my body with enough liquid, with electrolytes, with the right vitamins and minerals, and yeah, avoid like processed things, avoid seed oils, all of that. Like, I'm really conscious about what I'm putting in myself, and also trying to like move and get sunlight, and I'm taking B vitamins. Like, I'm doing all the things. Like, I need a solution that's not going to be a Band-Aid, because I feel like for the past 10 years, I've just been like moving around, and things are not getting better in education right now. I do think they will get better, but I don't know that that's going to happen in time for me. So I need to figure out what I can do. I've thought about doing like curriculum writing, because I love writing. Writing is a passion of mine that I haven't always had the time to really do. I want to write a book, but I'm not quite like ready for that yet. Like, I need to have a job still that is bringing in a decent amount of money. And we want to buy a house. So that's another reason why I really feel like I need to make it through the school year, not just my commitment to my students and my team, but also like, I need to have financial stability, as we apply for a house. And then once we've gotten our house, I just need to make sure that I'm making enough money that we can meet our obligations and, save a little bit. So yeah. So that's where I'm at. I have this channel, because I believe in the importance of teacher self-care, but I'm not like some guru at always being on the positive side of that. Like, it is hard. It is a struggle in this profession to maintain that balance. And, I feel it. I feel it like you do. I'm on here to try to promote the lifestyle, but I can't fix everything. Like, I can't even, like, there are certain things I can't fix. I can't, fix the fact that I struggle with fibromyalgia flare-ups. Like, that is part of my life, at least until I get completely healed from it. Right now, I'm still managing symptoms, and extra stress means extra symptoms. So yeah, I don't consider myself to be like a pro at keeping everything in balance. It's very hard with, my medical conditions. But I'm always trying, and I hope that the content that I put out here for you is an inspiration for you to keep trying and to take care of yourself.